Today I want to address recent notice our agency received from the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement regarding procedural and rule noncompliance within the Gus George Academy. As sheriff, I believe in being transparent and accountable with the public we serve. While I oversee an agency of more than 900 employees and numerous specialized divisions, I understand leadership carries ultimate responsibility. I rely on qualified personnel to oversee daily operations and ensure compliance in their respective areas. But the responsibility for these agencies begins and ends with me. The people of Fort Bend County deserve honesty from their sheriff, and that is why I want to speak openly about where we fell short and, more importantly, what we're doing to correct it. The TCOLE audit identified procedural deficiencies involving accounting of students' attendance, the proper completion and use of standardized forms, and inadequate quality assurance measures to ensure academic practices consistently complied with TCOLE's rules and standards. We take these findings very seriously. We acknowledge our shortcomings and accept full responsibility for the errors and omissions identified during this audit. And we are committed to correcting them quickly and thoroughly. The integrity of law enforcement training is crucial to the public's trust, and we will not compromise on that standard. We recognize the impact this situation has had on our current Academy Class 50, as well as our neighboring agencies. We are actively working with TCOLE to implement the necessary corrective measures and are committed to graduating the current class as quickly as possible while ensuring all required standards are met. In addition, we are voluntarily placing our basic police course operation on hold while we implement a comprehensive corrective measures. As a result, the August 2026 cadet class has been postponed and will not begin until TCOLE is satisfied that all identified issues have been resolved and the Academy is fully compliant with all applicable requirements. Effective immediately, we are taking the following actions. We have initiated an internal investigation to determine how these compliance failures occurred, and any employee whose actions or omissions contributed to these deficiencies will be held appropriately accountable through our disciplinary process. This investigation is already underway and will be completed as quickly as possible. We will retain and evaluate all personnel responsible for background investigation, attendance reporting, standardized form completion and review, cadet file documents, and quality assurance and quality control procedures. This training and evaluation process will be completed within the next 45 days. We will address every finding TCOLE audit has implemented to enhance oversight, accountability measures to ensure these issues do not reoccur. Our goal is to complete all corrective actions within 45 days. I also want to recognize the role of TCOLE. Throughout this process over the years, the Commission has identified compliance deficiencies at other law enforcement academies across the state of Texas and has worked collaboratively with those agencies to help them return to full compliance. We appreciate that they are extending that same professionalism and guidance to the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office. That being said, The fact that other agencies have experienced similar issues does not lessen our responsibility. We are not offering comparisons for an excuse. Instead, we are trying to demonstrate that TCOLE oversight process is working exactly as it is intended to identify deficiencies, assuring accountability, and helping agencies strengthen their operation. We welcome the oversight, and because ultimately that benefits the officers we are training and also the community we serve. Our commitment is simple: to ensure every officer who graduates from our academy has been trained under the process that met the highest professional and regulatory standards. The commitment is one we make to TCOLE and to our officers, and most importantly, to the citizens of Fort Bend County. I want to make one thing really clear. The cadet class that was supposed to graduate on the 23rd of this month is being held back until all the deficiencies are met. But one thing must be made very clearly: the cadets are not at fault. No cadet committed any deficiency. All the deficiency are on us. We made that mistake, not the cadets. So to them, we apologize. I spoke to them myself to apologize for the failure of this staff. We're going to work closely with TCOLE to make sure that all standards are met and that we graduate a class deserving of a license, a Texas Commission of Law Enforcement. Thank you.